Cowboys taking on the Detroit Lions.
PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 pass attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finished his rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
First down, Prescott, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are...
And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the Lions' 40.
Prescott from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And his pass incomplete.
Prescott's pass.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. They run the option here on first and 10. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he stopped immediately there.
Wide receiver, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and
to throw on second down. Britt, and he fires one incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's third down.
It's third down.
Operating from the gun. Britt, man open, it's Moss, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back to the running game with Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 33.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Britt. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Dak Prescott sacked. Fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Britt. And he rifles one incomplete.
Britt's pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Britt. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you can see by the X next to their name, they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1.
And for me, it brings back memories about how tough it is to win this division. Not just in recent years, but think about the decades that have stacked up where we've said the NFC East always one of the toughest divisions in the NFL.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not in.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And you know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And he coughs up the football. And this is going to wind up a safety.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. The tackle occurred in the end zone.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. That's taken on the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Cowboys.
Off the play fake. Britt. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the Lions first down.
From the gun, Britt. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Britt. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
Britt's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on 3rd and long. Britt. And that will be incomplete.
Britt's pass intended for T.J. Hawkinson. Incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
First and 10.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The tackle made.
The numbers for Zeke from last week: 11 carries, 55 yards.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time, but you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They face a 3rd down, 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32.
Holding, receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 1st and 10, Britt. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's a toss play right to Swift.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Second and 5.
Looking to throw on second down. Britt, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. It's third down. And 5 yards to go.
Back to throw. Britt. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He probably wants to improve how he's been playing. There's no doubt about that. But you don't want to overthink it too much and reinvent the wheel when your team's up, right?
That's so true. Because now if you're just worried about how you're playing, even though the team's winning, that's a selfish side of you that you don't want out there. And that's not with the best quarterback.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. A fumble.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll run with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Prescott now. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there, and he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. To throw on second down. Britt, catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Lions.
From the gun, Britt. That'll be caught. Rager with it. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Britt. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson.
Britt's pass.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
23 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Britt. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The pass. Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, Britt. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
Cowboys 7, Lions 5.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
22-yard line.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott over the middle, complete. It's Potter.
Prescott's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards.
Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw on second down, Britt. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
22 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. 14. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 38-24 was the final. Let's head off and check out a second game. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Broncos on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting 49ers out in front. The Niners still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry? Or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up. And it always happens a little bit better if they feel like their quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against him. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Here's Swift. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Operating from the gun, Britt. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll move them back within 6 now.
14. Lions 8.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer. Yeah,
but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll drop to throw. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 30.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott in trouble, and he's taken down.
Prescott sacked.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throw left side, complete to Troutman. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
4 yards.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
At their own 29-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On second down, Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Throwing on first down. Britt. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
The gun. Britt got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
it'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Prescott from the gun. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Being chased out left. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Off play action. Britt. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the way? And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
The tackle occurred in the end zone.
And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And some room to maneuver. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
DJ Reader there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Britt. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Quarterback is sacked.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Britt firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Back now in Arlington, as we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on here to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That
Thank
means
you.
2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Britt. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now a dump off here complete. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw on second down. Britt, he'll drop this underneath to Moss. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
They'll try and run here with Swift, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
By the Lions.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And Detroit getting set to go now. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. On first down, Britt. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the gun, Britt. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
To throw on second down. Britt to the right side, and he's got Landry complete.
Britt's pass.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And inches.
Operating from the gun, Britt, and he fires one, but incomplete. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, Speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And his kick is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. I think we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Steps away to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
The Cowboys on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Fritz pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
First down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, Britt Campbell making there, 2nd down.
Diggs on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Britt got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down, got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Britt. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again, Britt. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Caught by number 12.
From 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 22-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now from the 50. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Moss. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. He'll have a first down past the 40. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Detroit, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.